Malini, hello, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kanya, and welcome to Survive English.
And now you are rolling.
And I'm like,
My name is Kanya.
this thing doesn't get better. Like I always think it's gonna get better, but I don't know. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kanya, and welcome to Surviving Life, which is another one of my segments where I teach you how to survive this thing we call life, how to be on planet Earth, period. So today I have my good friend who's gonna introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Malerato.
Anyways, go to her Instagram too.
My Instagram handle mx_lerato.
I'm gonna leave it down below. You better follow her. That's on period. So today we're gonna be talking about online school and just our general experience being at Wits for the duration of our degree. So we're currently doing like second year now because it's been rough, I must say. So we're just gonna give you some tips, some experience in case you're in high school coming into Wits, or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Disclaimer, we are just doing BSc Publicity Studies.
Please.
Yeah,
guys. So to start off, I lived most of the time, we're in second year, so but our degree ends next year with June, and it's basically going to be the same. I don't see much change happening between this year and next year. Do you think there will be?
I don't think so, but
I don't think there's going to be much change. So I lived last year and this year off campus. And last year I was at home, it was just complication. But my little Diana lived on campus, and this year she's living on campus.
I'm not
basically.
Not really. I'm just outside of campus. Man.
So what would you say being on campus gives you a lot more benefits? Is it nicer? Is it beneficial towards learning? Is it better and behavior?
For first year, actually, let me just differentiate it like that. For first year, I'd say it's beneficial being on campus because thinking of where I stayed at Sunnyside. So at Sunnyside, it's in the middle everywhere. So it makes it easy access. You know your libraries because being off campus first year, you hardly ever go.
Yeah, especially if you're not from Joburg.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a lot of us are. I think a lot of people come to.
I'm from KZN. Thank you. I'm from KZN.
You're not from Joburg, ne? A lot of us are not from Joburg.
True.
Yeah, so it's not be confusion.
Yeah. But for first year, I think it's beneficial being on campus because then it's easy access. The Matrix has everything.
No.
And also first year, I think I prefer catered.
Catered for
for first year, then self-catered because on top of school, thinking of what you have
what to eat
and trying to be social again.
Yeah.
So it's better to be catered. You fetch your food,
especially if you have a difficult degree. All school is hard. Whether you're doing whatever you're doing, right? School is hard. But sometimes I feel people would do extra.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing accounting or something, it's just nice to not have to think about external things. Your life is just easy.
Fetch
forward.
your food,
come
back,
don't have to think.
Don't have to think too much because
that was my life.
Thinking of cooking for myself, it is stressful.
It is stressful.
Half the time I'm not even eating, so
it's
just
girl, it's rough. University is rough. Yeah.
Just this university.
It's very, very tough. It's very tough. Yeah, that was my life last year, but I was kind of in a better position because my roommate was in doing her last year, so she helped me with she was my older sis, and I was digging that because she'd help me with a lot of things, and not a lot of people have that. If you're both first years and you're not on campus where you have access to school resources where they send you emails, but if you're feeling a bit depressive, a bit down, a bit anxious, you can come to this group or you can get whatever, Could be stressful, but she helped me with a lot of shame. And
she did. Yeah, that was actually good. But then I want us to also talk about the difference in being on campus, socially, on campus and online. Because it is tough, it is tough. And I think if I didn't come to to Wits and stayed on campus now, I wouldn't have made friends at all because you 100% of the time you are inside. You are inside, you're not going outside because obviously when you go outside it's rare.
Yeah, you interact with people.
Especially your age mates.
Exactly.
So it's just like, I think being on campus too helped because then I was able to see the girls at RSC, you know.
And people are doing your degree so they help you out.
Yes.
I felt like I was in the dark personally in the last year because online school, right? And you're not like interacting with your classmates. You guys are kind of shy, don't really want to talk to each other because I don't know, like that.
There's that
thing.
Yes.
Why would I message you and why out of the green? You know. But like I said, like my roommate helped me because she's also doing like a degree similar to mine. She was doing accounting. We do property studies, so like some of the modules are the same. So she could help me a lot with that. But like you said, with socializing and getting friends, zero sana give me
zero
because I didn't know anyone.
Right. And I feel like for me, if I think about it, if Amara and I went together as I probably wouldn't have had friends besides the people at Sunnyside.
Oh yeah.
I was just like I probably wouldn't have had friends.
Oh, she still is a class rep. So do you feel like being a class rep like forced you to interact with like?
It kind of did because then I had
people.
to speak to you guys. If you have an issue, you're asking me, you know, and I emailed the lecturers as well. To which then you guys also come
and you're like, alright, girl.
Yeah, past you, and then like, can you help me, you know? And then it kind of just forces conversation, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, bigger class trip actually helps.
It actually helps. We also had mentors last year in our faculty. I don't know about other faculties a bit, but we had like mentors who were like doing their last year, kind of like helping out.
Mine not quit. At the beginning of the year, I did not have a mentor. Let me just put I did not have a mentor. She literally quit out of the blue.
Yeah, literally. Mine was I don't mention his name, but he was like what do you call it? Head of the
CEM council.
Yeah, head of the CEM council. Ooh. So I was quite like fortunate in that sense because then he could give me a lot more, like he had a lot more to offer because he was head of the CEM council, right? So, but he was very like there for me, shame I won't lie.
But he was a very nice person.
He was a very nice person.
So,
as a person, he's nice.
As a person,
he's very nice. I remember I wanted to go buy makeup at what's this place?
Discount?
No, it just came. Food Lovers Market, I think. He was against a cup to go buy makeup. You know?
So it was just. It's nice. I mean,
it's nice having someone to like go in the core scholar, you know, like am I ever gonna pass that?
You know, for us, it's very unfortunate as like property studies because they pair us up with construction studies. Like because I'm no offense,
it's not the same.
It's not the same. You do not feel my struggles, like at all.
Definitely don't.
You do not feel my struggles.
It's not the same.
It's not the same because you guys are busy doing physics.
Nah.
I'm doing economics and everything. So,
do you feel like though you've been I'm part of like clubs and societies this year. Do you feel like being at school you were exposed to that like last year, clubs and societies and stuff? Like I'm part of the CIOB. Just things to help you with like actually getting a career once you're done with the CIOB, the SAIBP, all of those like stuff. Like were you guys exposed? Because I only heard about it second year because we could go on campus and like all of these things were open. COVID restrictions were a bit loose. They're a bit like relaxed. So like what do you
last year the thing is because we still had COVID, so it wasn't like this year where we go to the event. So they used to do online and it would be the people speaking obviously, and then the people speaking, and then we ask the questions. So each half the time, no offense, I don't have a question for them, but it's just like they did the things online. And then for WPN, the Women's Property Network, for them they did an exam care package.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that was very nice. With big jelly babies, like a big packet of jelly babies, Powerade.
Only for women.
Yeah, it's only for women.
Only for women.
Because we need to rise above.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, it's not much difference. Just this year, we're going on campus. Doing the events and everything.
And doing all that. Personally, I know like I was so confused. I didn't know what was. I didn't know West East Campus, what was that? I didn't know where the Matrix was. Like, I was very, very much confused. And like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we missed out a bit. Like, I know in high school, like the last year of high school, we missed out on a lot of things. And I feel like I was so nonchalant about it. I was like, we'll do it, I don't care. Just want to get high school over and done with.
Yeah.
I don't care if we missed out on a matric dance, on a don or whatever. I don't care because I feel like I would too.
It's
high school,
over,
it's over, we're done, you know. And then now that I think about it, actually, we shouldn't be living life like that. You should be part of things, you should experience things, you know. The culture of your school, you should like really get into it. But yeah, we're kind of sort of missing out, but wherever we can.
But yeah, we do it. Like,
yeah.
Now
don't litter yourself. Like, definitely litter yourself. Be
don't.
part of the whole school. If they're saying they're having a freshers first year party,
go. Just to meet people.
You don't want to look back and be like,
because
university was a blur.
Yeah, like,
it was
you just came in, studied, and then left. No.
And the way time flies, guys. Like, next year we're done. Or if you wanna, I might do my honors, but it's over. Like, it's just time flies.
Yeah,
this thing goes very quickly.
Yeah,
like,
so especially first year. Actually, let me just say, as soon as it touches June, as soon as we're done with those exams, we're done with the
second semester, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's really gone. And yeah, I don't want to look back and be like, I hated my high school. Even like now with Bram, like I'm really finding spaces here to like look at, just to experience Joburg and Braamfontein.
I think that's okay. Let me just say, I think that's the one thing that the disadvantage of being on campus, because for me, I hardly ever went out of Bram because I was like, I've got Rosebank. We take the bus to Rosebank. Cool. And then when I wanna order food, Uber Eats, and then and then my food is here. The Matrix has
everything.
Basically
everything you need.
Everything. The ATMs.
Take a lot, you know.
So it's just like it shelters you on going outside and seeing.
It's like a mini world in itself. Like
yes.
With this and then outside is just outside.
But I'll always say, Wits is a city on its own. Like, Wits is a city
on its own. It's got such huge land. Like, it goes on and on and on.
So,
I like the experience of going to a coffee shop, you know, like, and just working there. It's like super cute.
It is. It's very
it's very aesthetically pleasing. And what about like, okay, let's see. Online school Ghetto. I wanted us to basically rant about like how difficult it is to study online. I know some people prefer it. Some people who like, really, I don't like people. I've got social anxiety, like staying in my own room and not having to, you know, get up every day, dress up, you know, go on campus. Some people have low pressure. I've spoken to a lot of people. Say, but like, what am I gonna wear? Even me, like in high school, I used to be stressed with the fact that it's not uniform every day. Every day you're gonna have to pull up on campus, rocking a fit, you know. And then when I got here, I was like, actually, no, not really. Just look decent.
That's
just
like,
look decent.
It's tough. It's tough for social butterflies. And I'm always like, no offense. I know maybe some girls are like this as well. But I was also telling Amara the other day, I was like, I can imagine how tough it is for boys, because boys are people. Like, they're people persons. They're just like, they go out, they meet new people, play sports, soccer,
and they get judged a lot based on appearance.
For us girls, it's just like, even if I'm alone, I'm minding my own business. I don't care. So it's just like, like at the same time, being in your room, in a way, I feel like it also increases your social anxiety, because like, when last did I go out? Like, how am I gonna create friends? Now you're stepping out. Like, how do I create friends when people already have their own friends?
That's how I felt, because I came to Joburg late last year anyways, and even when I came here, I stayed with my family before I came. So I was like, alright guys, people have already established their friendship groups.
Yeah. So
like, now like, what am I to do? But like, it really be like that. People do get like sometimes stressed by appearance, you know. Do you feel like though people, not like social currency, but where you live, whether you drive, what degree you're doing, how you dress, do you feel like people judge you based on those things?
I don't think so.
I think people walk around and say, oh, she has a MacBook and I have this. is this like?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I feel like that's the nice thing about university. Everybody kind of minds their own business. They kind of mind their own business. You're carrying a MacBook, sure, great, that's good for you.
Good for you.
You're carrying an iPhone, ooh, nice pictures, that's good for you. But like, I'm not gonna literally judge you and be like, oh, I want to be friends with her just because the iPhone and the MacBook. And also the way you dress, sure, it can get you people who are like, oh my gosh, where did you buy this? You know, but it's just like, I don't think people would be like, just because she dresses so simple, I don't want to be friends with her. It's more personality and
it's more personality and the things you do.
Then
that's true.
Like how you look and everything.
Yeah. Do you feel like studying online has kind of like, I don't know, made it harder for you to do your schoolwork? Like for you to like keep up with schoolwork, you know, feel like motivated for school, feel like you're engaging with your degree or like your course or whatever you're doing, like. For me personally, like for example, high school coming into university, right? In high school, it was so easy for me to fall in love with education and like the subject I'm doing because I was in a classroom, would like talk about it. There was so much more engagement, even from the teacher, even if it was maths, guys. I loved it because I was like, Sila, we're speaking, and you are encouraging me as my educator, right? And I know there's a difference between a teacher and a lecturer. But sometimes I just feel like, it's my personal opinion, that lecturers just lecture. They don't necessarily care about motivating you doing this thing. Only a few. Some of them do.
Some of them do.
But, and those people are blessed. But for me, I feel like as a lecturer, if I'm just saying what I'm saying, you do you. I don't think I should be expected. It shouldn't be like an obligation for me to attend your classes because then I'm not really getting anything out of you.
But then at the same time, that's why they probably do not care.
Because
it's just like you don't attend. So it's not like I'm gonna be like every day, oh, where's Stormberger today? Today I should be seeing you. I should be seeing you.
No,
and
but
that's
you
the
know
one thing.
From the beginning, from the beginning, we had a certain issue with like some lecturers. Where from the beginning it was like they were very off. Even though we try to get more out of them, but it'd be very off. For me personally,
the thing about online, it needs strict discipline. You need to be disciplined
yourself.
I'm gonna study, especially because we have recordings. There's a lot of things which be like, you have the recording, you can come back to this when you have time, and then you obviously start the pattern of procrastinating, and it never stops. Trust me, it never stops. But then if, say, like just how we were saying, Muti, there's no pressure this year because we're not doing tutorials. We're not required to
submit something every week
compared to last year.
Yeah.
You know,
which makes it harder.
It makes it harder because I'm just like, nobody's checking up with the shows. Am I understanding this? Am I up to date with my work? So it's just like,
I just feel like
it is whatever.
If I don't know, is our university supposed to be checking up on students? Are they supposed to have like things in place to make sure that people are understanding the content? Are they supposed to be making sure that there are like tutorial groups which are like small, like all of those other things? I don't know, is that like something they should be doing? If not for them, like we all learn differently, right? If for me personally, I feel like the lecturer is not doing anything for me, why should I attend? Because it's eating up my time. I'm not really getting anything from you, so I'd rather just study myself most, because really I'm going to study by myself.
True, but like it's
if I have nothing to gain from this, then decide.
But at the same time, it's like it would be quite difficult. Say our class is small, but say there's like 1,000 students in one lecture hall. It would be quite difficult to ensure every single one of them understands something, because you're a big class. I'm not gonna stand there and be like, do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? So it's just like, if they don't understand, that's why we have consultation time. If you don't understand, come to me. Let's.
I know some universities that have tutorial groups where they break it down, like with smaller, and where you do like a touch or whatever, and where you can like understand it, or where you can like feel better or like more confident to ask questions and all of that stuff.
True, and I think like tutorials are beneficial. I won't lie, they are very, very beneficial, especially in anything maths, accounting, anything with numbers.
Anything with numbers.
Especially this year, we are in dire need of
tutorials. Dire need of it.
But then it's just
It's rough. would you have come to Wits anyways? Like, was Wits your number one?
No, this wasn't my number one.
What was your number one?
UCT.
Really? But this is I.
But like, I would have gone to UCT, right? But then, as time came closer to picking a university, UCT responded to me late. And then at the same time, I was like, imagine being so far from family. You know, and thinking of it.
KZN is closer to.
How dare you?
That it is, basically.
But then, because when I think of it, but also another thing, my aunts,
family,
I have my aunts here in Joburg. But then, the thing is, the more I think of it, I'm like, it makes sense. Because last year I went home a lot. I went back home a lot. And I can imagine going Cape Town, Durban, and back
even
and forth.
here, Joburg to Cape Town, and you get lost or as is.
Yeah, but so it's just like that back and forth. It would have been a lot.
Yeah,
it would have just, my mom would have been like, girl, sit down. This flight tickets are expensive. They're expensive.
Hey,
so it's just like when I just like now when I'm missing home, I just go to my aunt's place always. Keep it pushing. So it's like, but I'm much better now because now I'm just like I have to be independent.
We've grown.
We grown. But
I feel like people could have literally done this remotely, school remotely. Like, Undu could have, even Botswana, could have just been there the whole time. Well, last year maybe. Could have been at home the whole time.
This year, no. The way we're struggling, this year, no. And then I also think of the on-campus exams. This year, no. And it would have been tough to get place to stay, the closer it was.
The closer it was to exams.
So it's just...
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's just so.
Guys, school is so tough, honestly. Like, but it is getting better. Like, this whole online thing, it's not like a set thing. Because as much as it does more harm than good. Like it was nice-ish, but I feel like it's necessary to be on campus, especially for your university life experience, you know, like and school, you know, like the online thing is just for me difficult to load shedding as well as an issue. So if you like on campus with its generators, so it's just like you can go to school anyways. But yeah, guys, that was our 2 cents about online school ghetto-ness. Come to Wits.